I'm Channing Curtis.
And I'm Tim Pham. We have a lot to get to on this Friday morning. So glad it's Friday, though.
Yes.
TGIF. Well, hey, let's head on over to meteorologist Thomas Patrick because we always love talking about the weekend forecast. And now it's finally here. So, Thomas, is it going to be a good weekend for all these fall activities going on?
Oh, absolutely, Tim. You can make as many outdoor plans as you want.
Oh, no. Here we go. See, my weekend's busy already.
Yeah, just pace yourself. I know. We were actually just talking about this yesterday around the newsroom that there's a lot to do this weekend, whether it's sporting events or festivals. It just seems like fall's here, and it's the perfect weather for it as well. Might be a little bit cool if it is first thing in the morning, but no surprise there with our temperatures once again in the 40s under clear skies as we stand right now. That is going to be commonplace heading into the weekend and next week as well. So that's not going to change. A little bit of daylight just coming around the corner there on the horizon, still about 30 minutes away to sunrise. Here are those current temperatures. Nothing atypical for this time of year. Quite a few areas in the 40s. Looks like Pullman's the cool spot at 44 degrees right now. It's also 45 in Sandpoint, 46 in Deer Park, and one warmer than that, 47 right now in Spokane. Mostly clear skies, just a little bit of some high cirrus clouds overhead that are just drifting through. Not going to see any kind of threat of rainfall from that, but there could be some patchy fog here or there. We are keeping an eye on the visibility map this morning where you see 10 represents unlimited visibility, so no fog anywhere, at least not on where the sensors are. But if there's patchy fog in between any of those observations, I would not be surprised. So just be a little bit cautious. Again, it is still about 30 minutes to sunrise. And our hour-by-hour forecast isn't all that warm for today. We get up to about 69 to 70 degrees for the afternoon, but we have even warmer afternoons to come. The mornings will still be cold, but the afternoons will continue to get warmer into the 70s and even 80s come next week.
New overnight, authorities say a body found in Lincoln County is believed to be the missing woman from Moses Lake. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Office says a farmer found a body in tall grass along the side of the road. Authorities believe it is Teresa Bergman, but are not saying how she died. She was reported missing on Sunday, along with her husband, who authorities are still searching for this morning. The Grant County Sheriff's Office released a new photo of her husband, Charles Bergman. Take a look. The Sheriff's Office says it was taken recently on an ATM camera. However, they are not releasing when and where it was taken. Deputies believe he is traveling in a 2013 silver Chevy Malibu with license plate number BLU 5395. This morning, the cooling tent at the I-90 homeless encampment remains standing at this hour.
Now, the organization that runs the tent, Jules Helping Hands, says that they have no plans to take it down anytime soon. The deadline was yesterday afternoon, but the Spokane Fire Marshal is promising a hefty fine for every day it stays up. The city told us that they have no plans to tear it down or to issue any fines, at least right now, but they do want the camp removed. On Wednesday, WSDOT, along with the State Patrol, sent the city of Spokane a letter saying that the city still does not have a plan to house all of the campers. Then later that night, the city met with WSDOT to discuss the removal of the cooling tent. City officials told us that the meeting was positive and that they are meeting again next week. Now, in a new development, Spokane County Sheriff Ozzie Knezevich sent a letter to WSDOT yesterday regarding the camp.
KREM 2 obtained a copy of that letter. In it, the sheriff laid out his plan to clear the homeless encampment by mid-October. Looking ahead, the sheriff is holding a press conference this afternoon, and we will ask him more about his plans. But first, KREM 2's Malia Kamal breaking down that plan. Malia, how does the sheriff say that he can clear this camp out?
Yes, the sheriff has a two-part plan. He sent a letter out to WSDOT laying out this plan. Let's take a look. The first action, provide a bus ticket to each resident at the camp to, quote, allow them to reunite with family. The second action, engage with the faith community to help with drug, alcohol, and mental health treatment. The sheriff also listed out his intent to audit WSDOT, the state, and the city for the roles surrounding the camp. He pointed to the $5,000 given to the Empire Health Foundation by the State Department of Commerce to help clear out the camp. Sheriff Knezevich says he, quotes, intends to conduct a full investigation into potential fraud related to the funding. The sheriff's letter comes 2 weeks after the city told WSDOT they had until October 14th to clear out the camp. WSDOT responded on Wednesday saying they won't take any action until the city comes up with a plan. Now WashDOT is responding to the sheriff's plan. We obtained a copy of the statement. On Wednesday night, city leaders met with WashDOT to discuss the camp. The response says that the sheriff's proposal doesn't capture the spirit of those conversations. They say, quote, initial plans to secure the site with fencing are already underway. And while it may take some time to fully resolve the encampment, the community will begin to see visible improvements in just the next couple months. Now, today, the sheriff is going to be holding a press conference around noon to lay out his plan, as well as talk about his plan moving forward. In Spokane, Malia Kamal, KREM 2 News.
Now, our team here at KREM 2 is committed to digging deeper and offering you more in-depth coverage of this growing homeless crisis around the inland Northwest. If you would like to read Sheriff's letter or the letter that WashDOT sent to the city of Spokane, text us the word letter to the number 509-448-2000, and we'll send you all of that information right to your phone.
My mom got the call and then she woke me up and said, the first thing she said, he's been shot and he's at the park.
This morning, in a KREM 2 exclusive, we are learning more about the man killed at that Franklin Park shooting.
On August 27th, Spokane police responded to calls of shots fired at Franklin Park. 4 people were shot and 1 was killed. The man who was killed was 22-year-old Ablos Kios. In an exclusive interview with KREM 2, his family shares what they want people to know about him.
He was a good person. He had a good heart and he had a long life to live, but he was too young. And all these rumors that we're hearing, saying he was in a gang, he might have caught up in this and that. I just want to put it out there. He was never in that.
Now, Spokane police still have not identified the person or people responsible for his death. Anyone with information is encouraged to call Crime Check. And to see more from our exclusive interview, you can head to our website, KREM.com. Spokane County has the highest rate of domestic violence in the state of Washington, and that continues to remain a problem.
Ahead of the November election, local candidates running for office in the legal system took part in a forum last night to explain their approach in helping victims and holding their abusers accountable. Domestic violence calls are among the most dangerous that law enforcement respond to. The legal system can be traumatizing for the victims that come forward and report abuse.
We need to believe victims. That's not to say that there isn't a burden of proof that has to be established, but at the end of the day, our job is to make sure that justice is done, but also that our communities are safe.
Candidates agree that more could be done to help survivors from marginalized communities, in particular Spokane's growing immigrant population. You can see the rest of the story on our website, KREM.com, or on our YouTube page.
It's 6:09 now. Let's take a look at your morning rush. More news in less time. Just into our newsroom just minutes ago, the state trooper shot yesterday in Walla Walla is now in stable condition. That's according to Washington State Patrol. Now, they say the trooper Dean Atkinson was shot in the face after he was rammed by a car. Atkinson then drove himself to the hospital, where he was later flown to Harborview in Seattle for more treatment. Now, again, as of this morning, he is in stable condition. A suspect has already been arrested, but an independent investigation will be conducted by the Walla Walla Police Department. And Sandpoint police are investigating a murder that happened at a downtown hotel. An 86-year-old woman was killed inside the Edgewater Hotel, and police suspect her son. Officers arrived at the hotel near City Beach on Wednesday night around 6. They say the woman was found dead inside her hotel room. Her 57-year-old son, who was still at the hotel, was arrested. The pair had traveled from Arizona to visit friends. And summer might officially be over, but you still have some time to get out and enjoy the outdoors. Tomorrow, all Washington State parks and lands will be free. And this is in celebration of National Public Lands Day. The day is organized every year to encourage people to get outside, help preserve, and show appreciation for public lands. And that's a look at your morning rush. Well, speaking of getting outside and enjoying some of the fun festivities around the inland Northwest, one of Spokane's longest running and most beloved festivals is back.
Yeah, we're talking about the Greek Festival. It kicked off yesterday with great food and all kinds of activities. And this year, the 86th annual Greek Festival for the Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Church is back. Now that all those COVID restrictions are lifted, people can get some coffee from the church cafe, food from the grill, and listen to some Greek music while they eat. The head priest at the church says the event is for everyone in the community.
The Greek culture is all about hospitality, and it's all about welcoming people in and being a part of the community. So everybody's Greek as far as we're concerned. We're all a part of that culture, And it's about the food, it's about fun, it's about the music that we're going to have a little bit later.
The festival is only for 2 more days, but organizers say this is the one time of year that people from Spokane can go to Greece without actually going there. The festival is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. today and tomorrow.